Here's how Michael Keaton's Batman could reunite the DC Extended Universe. Holy Birdman, Batman! On Monday, DC fans were shocked when The Wrap fired up the bat signal with a report later confirmed by us here at Nerdist that Batman himself might be showing up in the upcoming Flash movie starring Ezra Miller. And not just any old Batman like Batfleck or R-Bats in his upcoming Batman. We're talking about the old Batman, the version of the Dark Knight played by Michael Keaton in Tim Burton's Batman 1989 and 1992's Batman Returns. And that's not all. Keaton's possible return to the Cape and Cowl is also sending signals that DC is looking to reunite their shared cinematic universe once more. But wait a minute, hold on to your bat horses, how can this be, you might be saying? Doesn't Ezra Miller's Flash already know one Batman? And even though Ben Affleck stepped away from this role, don't we have a new Caped Crusader in Robert Pattinson? Well, yes, you are correct, but obviously this raises a ton of questions, so let's break down what we actually know for sure. Now, we know that Michael Keaton has been approached to once more don the Cape and Cowl in the upcoming Flash film directed by its Andy Muschietti. Now, this might not be a one-time cameo, but rather Keaton's Caped Crusader could appear in more DC films down the line as well. But how could this be the case? Well, it comes down to what we like to call the two T's, timelines and teams. Initially, DC tried to tie all their movies together, but after the disappointing box office returns for Justice League, they've loosened how strictly they're enforcing continuity across their films. And look no further than movies like Joker from last year and Matt Reeves' upcoming Batman film, which was originally going to tie directly into the DC Extended Universe with Batfleck and Deathstroke. And while Shazam, Suicide Squad, and the films starring the various members of the Justice League were all still narratively tied together under the DC Cinematic Universe umbrella, that continuity is starting to get a bit messy, with things like Wonder Woman's history seemingly being rewritten by the upcoming Wonder Woman 1984, as well as Ben Affleck stepping away from his role as Batman. And this is also to say nothing of the fact that we're going to get two extremely different versions of the Justice League movie when the Snyder Cut finally hits HBO Max next year. But now, with Michael Keaton's return as Batman in the upcoming Flash film, it seems this might be the perfect way to tie together all of these loose threads. And while it might be unfair to make a direct comparison to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and a character like Nick Fury, DC has long sought their version of this character who can cross into different DC movies and recruit teams and just tie everything together. Now, originally Batfleck occupied this role, as we saw in Justice League and to a degree in Suicide Squad, but after Affleck stepped away from the role, rumors began swirling that DC was looking for Henry Cavill to do that heavy lifting as Superman, but that concept appeared to never take flight. However, if the latest reports are to be believed, it seems like the current plan is to have Michael Keaton be the glue that binds everything in the DC universe together. And while admittedly thin, we do know that both the DC Extended Universe and the 1989 Batman universe exist in the same multiverse. We saw Alexander Knox from Burton's Batman in the Crisis on Infinite Earths event on the CW alongside Ezra Miller's Flash. And while we didn't get to see if those universes were merged or erased, it's a safe bet to say they still exist in some form or another for DC to use again on the big screen. And now this is where the Flash solo film comes in. It's long been rumored that that movie will heavily rely on the Flashpoint comic book storyline that has a lot to do with the Flash messing up the current DC timeline in an effort to save his mom from getting murdered in the past, thereby changing the modern timeline and the future in the process. Even the broadest strokes of this storyline allow for a pretty clean way for a Caped Crusader from another universe or timeline to step into the current DC Cinematic Universe seamlessly. It would allow for a way to write out Batfleck gracefully while staying in continuity. Now, if you think about it, this also puts a lot of stress on Michael Keaton. His version of Adrian Toomes, aka the Vulture, is already tasked with somehow connecting the MCU and Sony's universe of Marvel characters by appearing in films like Spider-Man Homecoming and the upcoming Morbius movie. But now he's going to do that for DC as well. He's definitely going to be earning his paycheck if this comes to pass. But what do you folks think? Do you want to see Michael Keaton back in the Cape and Cowl? Do you think he'd be a good Nick Fury type character? And who else would you want to see pop up in The Flash? Let's discuss. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. And if you'd like to get notified every time we go live with a new show or drop a new video, hit that little bell down below and you're going to be up to date in all the latest theories, news, and rumors in the pop culture world. And if you'd like to learn more about how to educate yourself about anti-racism and get involved in the ongoing fight against systemic racism, head on over to Nerdist.com, where we have an ever-expanding array of articles and information on those subjects. In the meantime, stay safe, be healthy, and have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.